Well, everybody, Spectacular, the Silver Stacular. We got a very interesting piece of silver on this show right here. Tell you what, some people might find this to be a bit of a sensitive topic. I totally understand. However, if you don't want to be a student of history, you may end up, unfortunately, repeating some of the negative parts of history. And as a student of criminal justice, I find the criminal mind absolutely fascinating, although sick, absolutely fascinating nonetheless. This is a really, really neat piece from Specters Mint. We always get a discount from Specters, so you can use the information down below in the description to get $20 off. And they have free worldwide shipping all the time, so it's a pretty good deal. They don't have cheap stuff. They have stuff that is fancy and meant for the collector, for sure. So if you are a collector of really, really neat things, a lot of historical pieces they're doing right now, a lot of just really awesome things for the hobby. I tell you what, you want to check out that website for sure, Specters website. So right here, I don't know if you're familiar with this. This was an issue in the 60s, I believe. So this is the Zodiac Killer, and he would allegedly end up wearing this garb right here, almost like this kind of like a medieval kind of look to him, right? With the zodiac symbol, the center of the universe symbol right there. Very interesting. As far as I know, it remains unsolved who this person was. I believe they have some idea. Well, right here you can see a sketch of him, but that could be, I mean, shoot, that could be any white dude out there at all. You know what I mean? That's a rough one right there. So who really, really knows? But I mean, Specters once again has done a really, really neat job on this piece. They're like the people that just pay attention to history and try to get us some interesting things for the hobby, don't they? Very cool. So again, although it's not something that we want to cherish by any means, we definitely want to acknowledge that this history happened. And you can learn a lot from the criminal mind, I tell you what. And it'd probably be a great idea to learn about the criminal mind, and I think a lot of people do, because they hope to stop future instances of people like the Zodiac Killer from happening. I'm trying to see the number right here. I know it said, what is it, 54? Is it 54 out of, what is it? It's hard to see right there on my camera, but I know it always says here, and it always says on the coin, which is one of the cool things about it. So 54 out of 500. So 2 troy ounces, 999 fine silver. It actually is a coin, so 10,000 francs. And there's some more information right there, 500 limited mintage. This coin features an antiqued ultra high relief finish with selective coloring and proof mirrored finish on the sunglasses lens, adding a unique touch to this intricate design. I guess I didn't notice that, unfortunately. Sorry, Specters, I didn't notice that. So yeah, you got the proof finish on the glasses. Now I see it, I can see myself. And then you have a regular finish kind of around it, well, an antique finish on everything else except for the colorized, I don't know, jello? Looks like some dripping jello right there or something. Very cool. But I guess he'd also send out these cryptic messages right there that, you know, people had to try to identify, and by the time they were done identifying his, you know, basically what I'm going to call dumb messages, right? Just trying to thwart investigators and police, and just trying to play games with them pretty much. He was off to the next killing, I'm sure. So absolutely sick, but like I said, the criminal mind is very interesting. Hopefully the more they learn about people like this, the more they can do to stop it. I think that probably now, you know, of course, this was in the 60s, but I think now at times it's probably harder for somebody like this to really get loose, so to speak. You know, there's a lot more, let's just call it, there's cameras everywhere, right? There's cameras at like every traffic light, you know, like they're just everywhere. And so it's hard for somebody just to go on a spree like this. There's a lot more information. Whether you like it or not, you're being watched in a lot more ways. So I think it's more difficult for somebody like this to just run rampant, which can be a good thing that it's more difficult, right? I mean, shoot, you might not like your lack of freedoms for you since you're a good person, but somebody like this, we could use a lot less freedoms for sure. But anyways, really cool piece. Overall, I like the ultra high relief. I think it's very cool. I love how they've done different finishes on it. That's really awesome. Spectres, like I said, always brings the fire. This is just one piece of their very, very, it's getting vast. It's getting to be a vast assortment of things that they've been making, of all different types. It's not just like, serial killers, right? You got the big game, you got the ancient warriors, you got the really cool weapons that some of these warriors and mythological beings and people held. Cool stuff from Spectres. Really, really adding a cool layer to our hobby. So check this out right there. Again, link in the description to their website. Also, the coupon code that will give you $20 off of any of their things that they have right there in case you do find something you like. I got to go for now. Hopefully see you on the next one. And you know what? And the packaging is always great, Spectres. Like I've always said, the United States Mint could really take a page out of Spectres' book right there. Appreciate it. Spegtacular is out.
Well, hello everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular.
When I was a kid, we did this every day in school, and I believe we need to bring this back a little bit, and I'm going to start right now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.